Salama family, salama, how y'all doing today? Hope you're blessed and highly favored. Give me a one if you can hear me, if everything sounds fine. I'm having packet loss again, so I'm gonna have to have the technician come out again and look at what's going on here. So give me a one if I sound okay. All right. So, if I start scratching or, fading out or whatever, y'all let me know. Give me a heads up. So, some of the things I'm gonna talk about today, prophetically speaking, it just crazy stuff. But um, I'm gonna show you a video. I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna show it to you, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on Hebrew Sphere in the tail group, so you can go and look at it, because I don't want to get my channel shut down or the stream turned off, right? So I'll let you know which video that is. So one thing I want to say is, I had someone, I had someone contact me, message me and say, well, Yakoba, how come you keep attacking the brothers? How come you don't attack Mike? And I don't attack anyone personally. I don't do that, right? I'll go against a doctrine or that I believe might be incorrect. But just to let you know, even if I do something that may look like it's attacking somebody or their doctrines, sometimes it's not. I mean, I'm not necessarily going against any particular person. And so, like with my Judaizer video, some people think it was against a particular person. It didn't. It really wasn't. It didn't have anything to do with a particular person. It had to do with a particular teaching on that, which I wanted to bring clarification. So sometimes if I do a teaching, it's for clarification only, right? So I don't feel that people should be getting all up in their emotions because I might do something that they disagree with. Okay. So what I want to do, family, is I'm gonna share this particular screen, and I'm gonna put this video on Hebrew Sphere. So if you're not registered at Hebrew Sphere, right, then in order to watch this video, you need to go there. So, so you can see the title here. Read that title for yourself. This is not a vax. And, this is a real interesting conversation, and I agree with it. I agree with this. So I'm not going to play it because I know they're going to either shut me down, penalize me or whatever for it. But I'm going to put this video on Hebrew Sphere in the tail group, and I want you to go and watch it. Now, some of you all who are members of Patreon, you've seen this already. Okay. And it's very interesting. So you need to go and watch this, right? So remember when we were talking about the jab and some of the other prophetic teachings and what the technology is, that particular video is going to confirm what I said, right? And yeah, let me put that up there, what Kara said. That's exactly what it is. But right, what it really truly is a biological weapon. It's a biological weapon. That's what it is. And I know that your family members are not going to listen to you. I know this, right? Some of them still going to go take it, but it is not a vax. It is not a vax. Now, like I was saying, remember when I did the video and I was talking about body hacking, right? Remember I was talking about body hacking and that's what this technology is. And so like, I think what people don't understand is like, and it's just my opinion, right? I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, but it's just my opinion that there's a benefit to those who were, in technology, and especially programmers, right? Because we deal with data, we deal with architecture. We, especially, like with my brother and I, we have to learn the business rules in order to get an understanding so that we can give you the application that you're looking for. Right. So it's like when we're doing research, whether it be DNA and all of these things and what they're saying, once you get the professional terminology straight, you can start to make sense of it. Right. So I don't necessarily have to be a medical personnel to see what they're saying. So in one of the previous videos, we talked about body hacking. Now, I want to show you something. Thank you for the gifts, Tamara. I want to show you something from Moderna. All right. So it says enabling drug discovery and development. We built Moderna on the guiding premise that if using mRNA as a medicine works for one disease, it should work for many diseases. And if this is possible, given the right approach and infrastructure, it could meaningfully improve how medicines are discovered, developed, and manufactured. Our operating system. Recognizing the broad potential of mRNA science, we set out to create an mRNA technology platform that functions very much like an operating system on a computer. It is designed so that it can plug and play interchangeably with different programs. In our case, the program or app is our mRNA drug, the unique mRNA sequence that codes for a protein. We have dedicated team of several hundred scientists and engineers solely focused on advancing Moderna's platform technology. They are organized around key disciplines and work in an integrated fashion to advance knowledge surrounding mRNA science and solve for challenges that are unique to mRNA drug development. Some of these disciplines include mRNA biology, chemistry, formulation and delivery, bioinformatics, and protein engineering. So DNA is the storage mechanism. DNA stores instructions for proteins in the nucleus. So that's your hard drive. mRNA is the software. mRNA is a temporary set of instructions for cells to make a protein. mRNA is made using DNA. Protein is the application. Proteins form the basis of life by performing the functions required by every cell. Proteins are made using mRNA. Did we not tell you that this is body hacking? We told you this is what they're doing, right? This is Frankenstein's. Our mRNA medicines, the software of life. When we have a concept for a new mRNA medicine and begin research, fundamental components are already in place. Generally, the only thing that changes from one potential mRNA medicine to another is the coding region, the actual genetic code that instructs ribosomes to make proteins. Utilizing these instruction sets gives our investigational mRNA medicines a software-like quality. We also have the ability to combine different mRNA sequences encoding for different proteins in a single mRNA investigational medicine. We are leveraging the flexibility afforded our platform and the fundamental role of mRNA plays in protein synthesis to pursue mRNA medicines for a broad spectrum of diseases. Within a given modality, the base components are generally identical across development candidates formulation. 5-region and 3-region, only the coding region varies based on the proteins the potential medicine is directing the cells to produce. This is coding language mixed with biological terminology, right? So let's see here. Using mRNA to create medicines is a complex undertaking and requires overcoming novel scientific and technological challenges. We need to get the mRNA into the targeted tissue and cells while evading the immune system. So they're circumventing your immune system. So you're going to be hacked, you're going to be manipulated, and you're no longer going to have control over yourself. Now, I don't know if that first delivery is going to do it, right? Because that's why they want you to have several shots. If the immune system is triggered, the resultant response may limit protein production and thus limit the therapeutic benefits of mRNA medicines. We also need ribosomes to think the mRNA are produced naturally so they can accurately read the instruction sets to produce the right protein, and we need to ensure the cells express enough of the protein to have the desired therapeutic effect. Our multidisciplinary platform team works together closely to address these scientific and technological challenges. This intensive cross-functional collaboration has enabled us to advance key aspects of our platform and make significant strides to deliver mRNA medicines for patients. Did we not tell you that they are using this to make you a Borg? This is the long term. This is the long. So this is the long-term objective, is to make you a Borg. Okay, you read it for yourself. It is software. It is a computer operating system. It's an application. So is there a problem? You all have a problem hearing me? I see a number 2. Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, say 1. Okay, everything fine? All right. All right. Thank you for the gift, Sister Melinda. So we see that it is just what we said it was, right? It is body hacking. It is making you part of the Borg collective, right? They're hacking you, right? I mean, you read it for yourself, right? And so what kind of vax have you ever seen designed like this? It's not. Just as that video that I'm going to put over there at Hebrew Sphere, you're going to see it, right? That they say it's not a vax. It's not. It's not a vax. Now, one thing I want to also share with you is the agenda against our people, right? So I don't know what it takes for you to wake up your people, right? Your immediate family, but you need to try to get to them. See, most people don't want to do the research about what's going on. They don't want the details. They don't want the complexities. They want to trust the same people that came over and grabbed our ancestors from off the continent of Africa and brought us over here and spread us around the world and tried to kill us and rape us and torture us. They want to trust these people to give them something that's going to supposedly help them against a disease that they probably, created themselves. So look, the bottom line is, once you warn your family, it's on them whether or not they decide to take this crap or not. But they need to understand that Deagle report that said that the United States population by 2025 is going to be 100 million. I believe that's what it was. There's a reason why they came up with that. So you're dealing with a biological weapon. So, and like I said, and I always say, just, you might want to download this because who knows it's going to be up. All right. So we might do a Q&A session, maybe tomorrow or something, if y'all got questions about this, because look, and I'm gonna say too, I can't answer every question, right? All right. So let's continue. I'm not going to read this article either because I don't want to get flagged, but read it for yourself, right? Let's see here. It's lagging. All right, let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm lagging. If you can hear me, put a 1. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm glad y'all can hear me because I'm I'm having a lag here. I don't know if they're, let me see what I can do about this. Hold on one sec. All right, if I shut down, I'm gonna come back in. Let's see. Hold on, family. Hold on. All right, family. I'm back. If you if you all can hear me, please hit a one again. This is really frustrating. This what happens when you come from big city and move to Buck Tussle. If you can hear me, hit a one. All right. All right. So let's see if I could do this again. All right. So read that for yourself. Pharmacy called dispensing special flu vaccine just for Black people. So apparently it is a different type of vax for white people and a different vax for Black people. Go check out this particular website and read the article, because as I stated, I'm trying not to get shut down, but understand the value of this information along with what we're reading, along with knowing what they've done to our people in the past. Okay. So there's obviously an agenda here. So make sure you share this with your family. All right. So we're going to continue on with the prophetic stuff. Uh, there's obviously things going on here that targets our people, which is why they wanted Africa to be the guinea pigs for this vax, right? And why they were so concerned about us, right? And yeah, the thing that I don't talk about, I'll put that article as well in the Hebrew Sphere Tale group, and you can go there and watch it and read it. Okay, I'm gonna put both out there. So there's obviously an agenda against our people, and we need to stop being overly trusting. There was a video. It's on Judah Awakens on Facebook, and he talks about the slave trade, the Arab slave trade. And he talks about how they said that we're easily manipulated, right? That we're like dumb animals. and I told you I've read that before as well. That's what they believe about our people, that we're like dumb animals. And I guess that's because we're overly trusting, we're kind, loving, and God-fearing type of people, right? We're not evil like they are. So they say we're like dumb animals. And they don't understand. They don't understand. The only reason they can do what they do is because we turn from the Most High. And now that the 400 years is over, all hell breaking loose, and they're about to get theirs. But we like dumb animals. That's what they say. But they're about to get theirs, right? And I try not to get in my emotions, but I'm tired of these people messing with our people. I'm sick of it. Ain't much I could do but pray about it, and try to wake up our people. But they know what's coming. They know what's coming. They got a payback coming. All right, so look at this. So it says the Department of Justice lawyer, U.S. can assassinate its own citizens without judicial review if the state says secrets are involved. A U.S. Department of Justice lawyer argued Monday that the United States can kill its own citizens without judicial review when litigation could reveal state secrets. The argument drew alarm among judges of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. Courthouse News Service reports. Judge Patricia Millett characterized the Department of Justice argument as giving the government the ability to unilaterally decide to kill U.S. citizens, according to coverage of the argument by Courthouse News Service. Do you appreciate how extraordinary that proposition is? So now they're looking to kill U.S. citizens. Now, my question to you, family, who you think they're gonna come after first? I mean, they already been handling us in the streets, right? Now they're gonna say, oh well, you know, they were a threat, right, to state secrets, right? You know they're gonna manipulate this thing against us. You know that, right? I'm like, this stuff is getting on my last nerve. But it is what it is, right? Because the scriptures told us this would happen. All at the end of the 400 years, all at the time that the Hebrew Israelites are awakening. Thank you for the gift, virtuous truth. So we know that these people hate us. We know what they've done to us in the past. We see now they have a application that they're using to hack the body. Now they're trying to handle us through a wise or shrewd manner. Ain't no different than Pharaoh did. We must deal wisely with them. So now, right, they can assassinate their own citizens. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Because everything's a problem. The problem is it's not going to end with us. It's going to end with them. See, as we warned you, right? This is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. We've been warning people for over 4 years what was coming. We told you America would go into lockdown. We told you it's the end of the 400 years, but nobody listened. Now, it's understandable because the Bible says all these judgments happen and nobody repents. So everything is being fulfilled to the letter. Now, you know, one of the interesting things is that our deliverance is near. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. If our deliverance isn't near, we're in trouble. They are on full-fledged extermination campaign. So let's look at some more stuff. You know, I don't want to be here all day. I need to go take another nap. So this says tens of thousands of people living in the Caribbean are on high alert as volcanoes come back to life after remaining dormant for decades. After being dormant for decades, but there's no 400-year prophecy. No, y'all confused, right? Residents of St. Vincent and Grenadines have been told to be ready to evacuate after the volcano started spewing lava, ash, and gas. La Souvière is the highest point in St. Vincent and is located near the northern tip of the country, but has remained dormant for decades before it suddenly became active on Tuesday. The government of the country, which consists of a chain of islands where over 100,000 people live, issued an orange alert, meaning eruptions could occur with less than 24 hours notice. Last month, authorities from the nearby Caribbean island of Martinique issued a yellow alert due to seismic activity under Mount Pelée, the Independent reported. So they turn up the heat against our people, right? They turn up the heat against our people with the Rona and all this stuff, the bio wars. And what we have now just so happens dormant volcanoes are awakening. What did the Most High say? He's going to come and get us with an outstretched arm. That means by power and by judgment. But no, we're not the people. No, it's not the end of the 400 years. No, we all are in illusion. We're not going nowhere. There is no second Exodus. That's what they tell us. While all of the time crazy things are happening in the world. One thing I want to talk about is, before we continue, is, there's a protest going on today in DC because this is the day that the electoral votes are going to be handed to Biden. Right? Watch out for that. So, chilling audio reveals threat to fly a plane into the Capitol building on the day Congress confirmed Joe Biden's win to avenge the death of Iranian military commander Qasem Soleimani. I just want to know something. Do y'all believe this? I just want to know, do y'all believe this? Because we know what 911 was, right? We know what that was about. Now we got another particular threat to do the same thing. Thank you, Liz, for the gift. We got another threat to do the same thing. Who would do that? Who would try to do the same thing knowing that you have protocols and systems in place to prevent the same thing happening again? Sounds like a potential false flag to me. I'm just saying. So a chilling message was heard by multiple air traffic controllers in New York on Monday afternoon. According to reports, it delivered a threat that suggested a plane would be flown into the U.S. Capitol Wednesday on the day that Congress confirmed Joe Biden's win. It was heard on the day after the 1-year anniversary of the death of Qasem Soleimani and promised the Iranian general would be avenged. He was killed in a U.S. drone strike ordered by Trump in January 2020. On Tuesday, Iran issued a second warrant for Trump's arrest over the strike. The threat sent over air traffic controls on Monday is not thought to be credible, although it is not yet clear who sent it. The FBI and FAA is investigating as a breach of aviation frequencies is a crime. My question to y'all is, who are we more concerned about? Them Persians or these Luciferians here in the States? The Persians or them Luciferians over there in Europe? I'm just asking. Who's our biggest threat? I'm just asking. What did Muhammad Ali say? Who's our enemy? I'm just asking. So there's all these things happening, right? Judgment, as we know, is continuing, right? The targeting elimination of our people and others, but they don't understand that we're the cause of it because we are the threat, because it is the end of our captivity. So their fear is coming to be realized. Some people say it doesn't matter. Some people say that, what we're seeing here is all coincidence. It doesn't have anything to do with you black folks. That's what they say. Let's look at this. Say about the dry bones. We did a study on that. We did a study about the dry bones. What did Ezekiel say about the dry bones? So, we need to understand that prophecy is happening. The world doesn't understand it, but our deliverance is near. So let's look at this particular video here and see the fulfillment of prophecy in action.
Where we bring you great inspirational speeches from African leaders.
Today is a very happy day for Mother Africa, and I'm grateful to Almighty God for the opportunity to be a part of this landmark historic event, the commencement of trading of the African Continental Free Trade Area. In August last year, I handed over a state-of-the-art office building to the African Union Commission to serve as the head office of the Secretariat of the AFCFTA. This constituted a very significant implementation milestone in the operationalization of the AFCFTA, following the AU's extraordinary summit held in the Republic of Niger on 7th July 2019, where Ghana was honored by her peers with the privilege of hosting the Secretariat. For many of us, past and present, who have waited patiently for this day, this ceremony represents an important step towards realizing the goal of continental integration. The manifestation of that enduring dream of the founding fathers of our union to create an economically integrated and sustainable continent capable of ending our dependency on foreign assistance and eradicating poverty by harnessing our considerable resources, human and natural, begins today. We're determined to enter into a new era of industrialization, and access now to a single continental market will be a game changer on that journey, as it will be the key to the ability of businesses on the continent to recover from the adverse effects of COVID-19 and proceed to grow and leverage on the new opportunities available in the new market. Trading amongst ourselves will be duty-free and quota-free. And with a market of some 1.2 billion people and a combined GDP of some 3 trillion United States dollars, the AFCFTA will boost into African trade, stimulate investment and innovation, diversify exports, improve food security, foster structural transformation, enhance economic growth, and above all, provide jobs for the youth, as well as fresh impetus for African entrepreneurs. I'm confident that the private sector, if actively supported by government, is capable and willing to be at the vanguard of this transformation.
So we see what's happening in Africa, right? We told them what was going to happen. It is the dry bones coming together, right? And let's read that again, right? Because here's the problem. Here's the problem. The people who tell us there's no 400-year prophecy don't even know what the 400-year prophecy is. They didn't take the time to read the scriptures, nor do they care, right? They care about their own doctrine. They don't care about truth. But it's obvious to those who have eyes to see what is happening. You think it's all coincidence at the end of the 400 years, a bunch of people waking up to say they're Israel. It's all coincidence that we're uniting again with the African continent, right? They want us to return. Go look at the great year return and with Ghana. It's just a coincidence that the African free trade is happening across the continent where they trade with each other, because they never did this. Okay. So now all of a sudden things are changing. See, don't worry about these foolish people who tell you there's no 400-year prophecy. If you got eyes to see and spiritual discernment, you can tell. So Ezekiel 37, the hand of the Lord was upon me, and he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord and set me in the middle of a valley. It was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. He asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, Sovereign Lord, you alone know. Then he said to me, prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the Sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. See, they were dead. You will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together. See, that's what we're seeing right now. The bones coming together. And the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. So this union of the nations on the continent is going to continue, because guess what? Africa, the continent of Africa, is God's land. You don't have to believe me. Verse 9, then he said to me, prophesy to the breath, prophesy, son of man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come, breath, from the four winds and breathe into these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood upon their feet, a vast army. Then he said to me, son of man, these bones are what? The whole house of Israel, are the people of Israel. Who are these bones? Then he said to me, son of man, these bones are the people of Israel. So if that's the people of Israel, then those bones coming together are Israelites coming together. Am I stretching it, or is that what it's saying? These bones are the whole house of Israel. If these bones are Israel, then the uniting of these bones is what? What we're seeing in Africa. They say our bones are dried up and our hope is gone. We are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. My people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. So God said he's going to open our graves because we were dead and bring us up out of them. Why? Because those bones are Israel. Israel was dead. She was scattered amongst the nations as slaves. I will bring you back to the land of it. Wait a minute. So the Bible says, I will bring you back to the land of Israel. But Israel is what? The bones. But Israel is not even in the land. But God says what? He's going to bring us back to the land. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. So that shows us that those bones are scattered all over the place. Why? Because they're not even in their own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken and I have done it, declares the Lord. Verse 15, the word of the Lord came to me, son of man, take a stick of wood and write on it, belonging to Judah and the Israelites associated with him. Then take another stick of wood and write on it, belonging to Joseph, that is to Ephraim, and all the Israelites associated with him. Join them together into one stick so that they will become one in your hand. That's what we're seeing now. We're seeing a uniting of those sticks. Verse 18. When your people ask you, won't you tell us what you mean by this? Say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I'm going to take the stick of Joseph, which is in Ephraim's hand, and Israelite tribes associated with him, and join it to Judah's stick. I will make them into a single stick of wood, and they will become one in my hand. Can I rephrase that? I will make them into a single nation, and they will become one in my hand. Verse 20. Hold before their eyes the sticks you have written on, and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will take the Israelites out of the nation. Wait. Where are the Israelites? I will take the Israelites where? Out of the nations. Where they have gone, I will gather them from all around and bring them back into their own land. Oh, there's no second Exodus. There's no 400-year prophecy. Y'all still waiting for that rapture. I will make them one nation in the land on the mountains of Israel. One nation in the land on the mountains of Israel. That's what we're seeing in Africa, the uniting of the Israelites. There will be one king over all of them, and they will never again be two nations or be divided into two kingdoms. They will no longer defile themselves with their idols and vile images or with any of their offenses, for I will save them from all their sinful backsliding, and I will cleanse them. They will be my people, and I will be their God. My servant David will be king over them, and they will all have one shepherd. They will follow my laws and be careful to keep my decrees. They will live in the land I gave to my servant Jacob, the land where your ancestors lived. They and their children's children will live there forever, and David, my servant, will be their prince forever. I will make a covenant of peace with them. It will be an everlasting covenant. I will establish them and increase their numbers and I will put my sanctuary among them forever. My dwelling place will be with them. I will be their God, and they will be my people. Then the nations will know that I, the Lord, make Israel holy, when my sanctuary is among them forever. So we know for a fact that Israel was scattered amongst the nations as slaves. We know for a fact that Israel went into captivity worldwide. We know for a fact that not only was it the transatlantic slave trade, it was the trans-Sahara slave trade, right, with the Arabs, right? Israel had been in captivity most of her existence. Most of her existence. Why? Because they say let the Messiah's blood be on them and their children. I'm like, speak for yourself, don't speak for me. I'm rolling with Yeshua. But anyway, we see these things coming to pass, right? Now, if you have an understanding of the scripture, I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious what's happening. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear. So that's pretty much it, family. I'm gonna put those videos out there. You know, that video with the doctors. I do recommend you go see it. And I'm gonna put the other article out there on Hebrew Sphere about you know, the two vaccines. All right. So you know, also what I want to say, let's support each other, right? Let's support our brothers. Let's support our sisters if they got businesses, if they have endeavors, right? All these things, right? We need to take care of ourselves. We need to support each other. So what I want y'all to do, family, I want y'all to go ahead and support our brother Eshawn Burgundy, because he's coming out with a new album on Friday. Okay. So make sure you support it. I mean, you know, I love the brother's work personally. I think he's off the chain good. That's me. I think he's off the chain good. So I say support our brother Eshawn. So look up and lift up your head, Israel, for your redemption draweth nigh. Your captivity is ending. Peace and blessings, Israel. Your captivity is ending.